What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Ford Sports Final. I'm Hayley Elwood. Coming up on the show, the NFL divisional round is officially in the books.
We're now in the beginning of December, and if you ask anyone else, it's the holiday season. But if you ask Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh, it's competition season. And that is what the mindset of this team is right now. We talked about it on the broadcast, the hardest job in sports. Backup goalie called upon first playoff start. At one point, I believe you had over 20 consecutive saves. What did it take to pull out the performance that you had tonight? As you guys mentioned it, both of these teams are playing 2 games in a span of 3 days. And how are they feeling? Well, that depends on the generational gap of these players. Curtis Dixon of Vancouver, he was born in 1988, and he told me pushing 40, the stretch is a little tough. Whereas Dylan Watson of the Seals, he was born in the year 2000 and was much more eager for today's game. I know you didn't get Offensive Player of the Week for the AFC, but there's another award, though, that comes out every week, the Nickelodeon MVP. You hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, you know what happens, right?
Oh!
Now imagine you just had a metal plate and screws drilled into some fractured bones in your hand. Would your first thought be, hey, let's play a football game? Not mine, but it might be Justin Herbert's, and that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Thanks so much, Richard. Look, we love a Go Birds reference, obviously. But yes, those 3 teams not short on confidence coming into tonight.
Mechanical engineering degree. Always a math and science guy?
Yeah, my mom kind of forced me to do that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was good at math and science, but the engineering degree was kind of like, hey, let's just see what happens. And I got kind of lulled to sleep my freshman year. I was like, oh, the generals are easy. And then sophomore year, and I was like, I might have made a mistake, but we roughed it out and got done.
Is there any correlation between the precision that it takes to maybe solve an equation to then what you have to solve on the field on Sunday?
Yeah, I think the process and how I did football and the process how I did engineering were very similar. I went from a, in football, board work approach, reading the playbook, drawing, same thing, and, starting in the textbook reading, and then you kind of go to, all right, more hands-on.
The Los Angeles Rams debuted their midnight mode uniforms today here at SoFi Stadium, but in keeping with the theme, it was their defense that turned Seattle Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold into a pumpkin and propelled the team to a 21-19 win over their NFC West rival. We go back out to the Windy City where David Pingalore joins us live again. Ping, you saw the game in person. If your eyes aren't frozen, what stood out to you, especially late in this one? 20 goals for this team today, a franchise record. You had 3 of them. So much was said about trusting the process to help you guys get to this win. How did you guys do that today? Chicago got the ball back, 4th and 4 with under 30 seconds to go. Caleb Williams running backwards, eludes the Rams defense and throws off his back foot to find Cole Kmet for the score. That amazing play goes on to tie the game at 17. Travels more than 50 yards in the air, and we are heading to overtime. I mean, this is just outrageous. It wasn't pretty. It took an extra frame. You and I spoke this week, though. This team, you told me, never hits the panic button. What did it take to grit this one out?
I mean, it took everything. That's a great team over there.
There he is!
That's a great team over there, and you know what? Every time we played them, it's a 1-goal game.
You mentioned in that package about being one of the little people who made it. You said it was your dream to play a sport professionally. What is it meant to be part of the PCL and get to achieve that dream? Welcome back to Pechanga Arena, where in speaking to many Bandits players this week, they were telling me a lot of their turnaround as of late has been attributed to a 10 goals of the game list that they have put up every game leading into each opponent. Now, in speaking to John Tavares, he told me this doesn't change based on the opponent, and it's not necessarily scoring goals, it's objectives. Pechanga Arena is usually known as the electric factory, but as of late, these San Diego Seals have been unplugged. They have yet to win a game at home. Here's the thing, guys. This is the PCL. We are pro cheerleaders. These guys have day jobs. Kobe is a phlebotomist. And I'll say, besides blood, he's got ice in his veins. But Kobe, I gotta ask you, what is harder, your day job or being in the PCL?
Definitely my day job. Trying to get patients all day long and then having to do something else after being at the hospital is definitely harder.
Well, you make it look really easy, right? Uh-huh. I think I speak for everyone except maybe Seahawks fans that shoot. We hope Phillip Rivers suits up on Sunday. Look, we will have much more coming up tonight at 10 and 11. We hope to see you then. Micah, back to you.